share. Paul said, I can't stay here. I got to leave. They had booted Paul out. Why? Because Paul, we'll get there, but Paul corrected them, and it was like, nah, we got to get here. So he told Timothy to go to Ephesus and stay there. So that's why we got to study the Bible so that we'll know what we're talking about. So Paul wrote to Timothy to address specific problems in Ephesus where some women were spreading false teaching. Why were they doing such a thing? We'll get there too. He wrote this, told them to stay there. Told Timothy to stay there. Read this letter, preach this letter. The letter that we have, which is the Bible, this part of the Bible, Paul had wrote Timothy. He said, go and teach this letter to the people. Because Paul wanted Timothy to address specific problems that was in Ephesus, where some women were spreading false teaching, likely influenced by the surrounding occult of Artemis. See, in Ephesus, in the capital of Ephesus, while actually throughout the nation, throughout Asia Minor, they worship this false goddess named Artemis. Artemis was the false god that they worship, okay? So he had to give Timothy a letter to address this false teaching that the women were so attached to this occult of what she was doing now, or what she was teaching through her false doctrine, Artemis, fake god. And so he instructed that the women should learn in quietness and submission rather than taking an authoritative role in teaching over men. So now we know he did not say women ought not to preach and women ought not to be an authority, because they're women. No, he didn't say it because of that. He said because of this cultish environment, because of this false god that they are so attached to, Artemis, and they're preaching this along beside the gospel, like the gospel need a co-signer. They got this mixed up with the gospel. Women are preaching because they were leading in